What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Minecraft. Look at that monstrosity behind me. I think I went a little overboard with the design just a little bit. And, I mean, it looks cool, but maybe just a little too much lava. I mean, it kind of makes it look creepy, which I kind of like. But, yeah, it might just be a little too much. So not only did I change the lava, but I also went ahead and changed out a lot of the blocks with the nether brick, I think it's called. And I kind of like the color offset from the nether brick to the stone brick. I think it looks really, really good. But there's another thing that I'll get to that over there in a second. But couple things that I have been thinking about changing. I did spend a lot of time in the nether building another one of these fortresses on the other side of the portal in the nether, and I did get a lot of resources, a lot of nether brick, so I kind of figured if I'm going to be using that, I might as well do some mining, and I did. I got a ton of this stuff. I filled up an entire chest with nether brick. It's a lot of crap. But yeah, we have the lava down, and I was talking about maybe building a drawbridge right here. But I thought maybe it might be cooler if we did it right here. So we do have the lava moat around this thing. But yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the drawbridge right here. We're going to get rid of this bridge right here. And I think that might be cool because when the drawbridge is not raised, it's going to look like the whole thing is surrounded by lava and people won't be able to get to it until they hit the lever. I think that might be cool. I think it might look awesome. Is it getting dark already? Yeah, it's getting dark already. Holy shit. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to that thing over there. So in the nether, when I was doing a little bit of building and walking around, I came across a lava lake. And all I was going to do was I was just going to place blocks to span the lava lake. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick. Alright, there we go. Much, much better. So I need a bridge to span the lava lake in the nether. And I was kind of experimenting with the design on my own just a little bit. And this is what I came up with. I kind of like the look of it. It looks pretty good. The only problem is just to build a short span of bridge. This is going to take a lot of work. I mean, trying to design this thing took me so freaking long. And if I have to put this spanning an entire lava lake, it's going to take me forever. I was trying to get across another lava lake, a smaller one. It was just a river. And I accidentally let up on the shift button. And I fell in the lava. That's why, yeah, I'm level 3 right now because I did die. And all of my tools and everything fell into the lava, so I lost all my enchanted stuff. But that's okay. Here pretty soon we will be able to get into better enchantments. Hopefully I can get that all figured out. And we'll be able to get everything that we want easily. But in order to do that, what we want to do is we want to build, we want to craft up a lot of books. Another thing we're going to need for enchanting is XP. So I think the next video what I'm going to do is try to build myself an XP farm. Now I've watched a few videos on it and I think it's pretty simple to build. But what I need is a spawner. But I haven't found a spawner in this world yet. I'm going to have to go caving in order to find one. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we have to get done in the future, but today what we want to do is we want to try to build an automated sugarcane farm. Now I'm going to have to grab some sugarcane because I don't have any on me at the moment. I used it all up on the books that we had to build in the past. Now for this I'm not going to need a whole lot. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a bit. And I think that should be enough. Yeah, that's 19. That should be plenty. So I've been doing some experimenting on my own when it comes to all the red brick stuff, the pistons, and all that. It took me a little while. That's why I haven't put a video out in quite some time. But when we want to try to build an automated sugarcane farm, there's a bunch of stuff that we are going to need. So the first thing is I experimented with pistons a little bit. Now, one thing I did find out is in order to activate that piston, it needs a red brick activation. Well, it needs power. So one way we could do that is with a lever. Oh, that breaks the lever. Didn't know that. All right, let's go ahead and put another block behind it, and all right, there we go. So when we add power to it by hitting the lever, the piston will expand. Once we hit the lever again, it retracts. Another thing I've been figuring out is that the piston can actually push blocks. So if we grab that block, and as you can see, it just pushed that block and it left it there. Now with the sticky piston, it would pull the block back with it. Now, one thing I'm actually kind of curious is how many blocks, oh, that's not what I meant to do. How many blocks will this thing push? So I'm pretty sure at some point this thing is going to get too heavy to push. So let's actually see how many blocks that actually is. Okay, it's more than I thought it would be. I might not have enough room. Yeah, we got a couple more blocks we can put in there. Let's see. Okay, it's still pushing. Jesus. Alright, so that looks like the limit. How many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 blocks. So it can push 12. Once it gets to 13, it can't push anymore. Alright, that's good to know. But we don't only have to use a lever. So let me go ahead and get rid of the lever and all these blocks because we're going to need a little bit of room. Another thing we can use is there are a few different devices in the game which kind of act as a lever, but it doesn't require any input from the player. One of those things is an observer. So an observer kind of works as a sensor in Space Engineers. Basically, anytime the block in front of the observer has been updated, it will activate, well, whatever it's connected to. So if we put an observer, yep, I have to face that way. If we put the observer down, I can't speak today. Then we grab some redstone and we just bring it over to this block right here. Now, once you place a block in front of the observer, it will activate that piston for 1 tick. I think it's the way it works. Now, if we go ahead and get rid of the block, it will activate it again. So anytime the block in front of the observer is updated, it will activate it. If it's connected to something, it will activate that device, like the piston. Another thing that I was experimenting with, which I figured out, is if you put, oh, I can't do it. No, I have to actually put down some water in order to do this. Do I have? Yes, I do. I do have a water bucket. Awesome. So if we put down something like a plant right in front of the piston, and we put a plant in front of the observer, damn it, I'm gonna have to build. All right, here we go. It's a good thing I had 2 buckets. Can I grab that? Thank you. So we do have another bucket of water. It's a good thing I actually grabbed 2. But if we add another sugarcane plant, as you can see, it actually breaks the sugarcane so we can pick it up. So that is something to keep in mind when you're trying to build an automated system for, say, sugarcane or any other plants. Now, I'm not exactly sure what all that works with, but I'm trying to figure it out. So let me go ahead and break all this stuff real quick, because we are going to need it. So one thing I want to do is I don't want to have any interaction with the machine at all. Every once in a while, I just want to come to a storage box and just grab all the sugarcane. So as you can see, the sugarcane, once it's hit with the piston or broken with the piston, it drops on the ground. So what I'm going to need is I need a system to pick that up. So what we have here is we have a minecart with a hopper. Do I have another hopper? No, I don't. I forget what it takes to actually build a hopper. I think I'm going to have to do that in the crafting station. And it looks like it's getting dark again. I gotta love it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get inside. It looks like I need to sleep again, and I'll also go ahead and make another hopper so I can show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so if I dig a ditch, I think it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and do 9 because I'm not exactly sure how this works. But what we can do is with a water bucket, if we put some water in this hole, the water will actually travel, what is that, 8 blocks? I think that's 8 blocks. Now, if we go ahead and grab our sugarcane and we drop the sugarcane in the water right here, as you can see, it actually pushes the sugarcane down to this area. So let's go ahead and pick that back up. Now, what I can do is I can actually place a hopper right here. So when the water actually pushes the sugarcane into the hopper, it will collect it. And of course, if we put down a, oh shit, okay, get up. If we put down a chest like that, and then we put the hopper right down here, it will actually collect, the hopper will collect it and put it into the chest. One thing I do have to watch out is I need to make sure that the hopper is actually connected to the chest itself. So I have to look at the, oh yeah, I have to hold down shift and then place it. There is a way of telling if it is connected. Let me go ahead and dig down a little bit and build stairs so I can get the hell out. Now, if you can't really see it too well, let's go ahead and dig down just a little bit more. As you can see from the hopper, there is this little pipe letting me know that it is connected to that chest. So now if we go ahead and select the sugarcane and drop that into the water, it will flow down into the hopper, and now it should be in the chest. Let's check the hopper real quick. Alright, so the hopper is empty, and there it is. The sugarcane is now in the chest. So one thing we can use is we can use the water as a conveyor system. Or there's another way of doing it, and the way of doing that is with a hopper cart. Or a minecart with a hopper. So what I'm going to need for this one is, we don't need the red dust. What we need is powered rail, the cart itself, and we're going to need some blocks to stop the cart. So if we go ahead and place down the rail, we'll go ahead and put down 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Now if I go ahead and put down the cart on top of the rail, and then we're going to need a block to stop it. And what I'm also going to need is a lever. So if I go ahead and put the lever right here on this block and then initiate it, their cart will run because now the rail is actually powered. If I turn that off, you can see that the lights on the rail kind of shut off. But since I didn't have a block at this end, the rail actually, or the cart actually came off the rail, so I have to break that, and there we go. And I get a cart and a hopper back. So in order to put that back in, all I have to do is that. So what I got to do is put another block down. Then we'll take our cart. And come on, choose it. There we go. Now, when the cart or the rail is actually powered, the cart will keep going until it hits an object that you can't get past. But since the rail is still powered, it'll go back in the other direction, and it'll just keep going infinitely. Now I think water doesn't interact well with anything that has redstone, so these rails do have redstone in them. So I think when it rains, it destroys these. I don't know, I haven't tested that out quite yet. But the thing is, when you're building an automated system with the hopper, you could have it like this to where the cart never stops, but listen to that. That would make me go insane. Anytime I was in the area of the automated system, it would drive me crazy. Let's go ahead and shut that down real quick. So another option we have is if we get rid of this rail and this rail. Oh, I didn't need to get rid of that one. We can leave that one. Do I have a regular rail? Yes, I do. So we can put down a regular rail right there and put down the cart. Oh, we got to rebuild it again. All right, there we go. And if we put the cart down and turn on the power, because that rail did not have any power to it, it's broken up. The redstone is broken up by that rail right there. It will stop. Now, what we could do is we could go ahead and add another lever, which will tell that redstone rail to activate. And we turn it off, it comes back down and stops. So it's actually a pretty good system to have, so that way you don't have the cart going back and forth forever and drive you crazy with all that noise. But like I said, we want an automated system. So what we have to do is we have to figure out how we can do that. So I've been experimenting with some other stuff to try to figure out the best way of doing this. And what I've found is there is a redstone repeater. I just have to figure out how to get this to work. So what a redstone repeater is, let's go ahead and put this down real quick, it's kind of an extender for redstone. It adds a little bit of power to the end of the redstone because redstone only has, oh, not you. If we put down, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just to be on the safe side. Let's go ahead and grab a brick, and then we'll grab a lever. Am I out of levers? I think I ran out of levers. Are you kidding me? Oh, I think it fell in the hopper. There it is. I had to find the damn thing. But yeah, if we go ahead and put the lever on that brick right there, we turn it on. As you can see, the redstone does light up. Oh, does it actually come out there? How far does it go? I thought there was a limit to how far. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, it's at that lever right there, so that kind of screws this up. But as you can see, the power or the color, the brightness of the redstone actually gets less and less as we go on. And as you can see right here, this redstone is not lit because, yeah, there's a maximum to what the redstone can actually travel. And that's what the repeater is for. It actually gives you a little bit more distance. Let me go ahead and collect all this stuff real quick. So it took me a really long time to figure this stuff out, and I kind of feel sorry for the people who were messing with these the first time and didn't have help from videos and stuff like that. But it also has another action. What we can do with the redstone repeater is we could actually change how long the power on it lasts. It's kind of hard to explain, but I guess I could go ahead and show you. So as you can see right there, we have a little bit of a split. So let me go ahead and put a block right here and a lever. Okay, that's not gonna work because, yeah, I don't need to put on leather. What we need to do is put it on, let me see, observer. Yeah, that will probably work a little bit better to give you a better idea of what I'm trying to talk about. I think I need to come back here. Nope. Alright, how about... I'm still trying to figure out how to... Did I just push that by walking up on it? Yeah, I guess you can push them. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. Alright, I'm still getting you in the wrong spot. Let me get that in the right spot. Go ahead and sleep through the night. Alright, there we go. That'll work a little bit better. I just need a little bit more distance. But if we actually put redstone to the repeater, and then we go ahead and change or update the block in front of the repeater, as you can see, it just initiates for 1 tick because that's all the repeater actually has. But if we go ahead and hit left button and extend that, as you can see, the cart didn't move because it didn't have enough, the power didn't last long enough for it to get past that track. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we change the length of the repeater. So now it'll have power a little bit longer. So let's get rid of that block. And as you can see, now it does have a little bit more power, so we can move the cart. And we'll do it again. So just a couple things I had to figure out in order to get this automated system running. And now I just have to figure out how to set everything up. Now, of course, I did actually watch videos on this, so I have kind of an idea of what we need to do. But I need to go ahead and also grab this water real quick. All right, now that we have a cleared off area, we can go ahead and try to build this. I need to figure it out. I haven't tried to build this at all. I have checked out some videos on how people do this. And it's a pretty easy system. There's just a few things I'll probably have to figure out on my own. But I think what we need to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. There we go. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I guess it's one of the things we'll have to figure out. So what we're going to need is another powered rail there, and then we need a regular rail to separate those. And that should work. Next thing we're going to need to do is activate that rail, so we'll go ahead and dig down just a little bit. So that way I can go ahead and put a lever right underneath the rail right here. Where's my lever? Come here, lever. Alright, now that we have that, I think this should work. Alright, now I need to get the hell out of here. Alright, now that we have that, I can close this whole thing off, but we probably still need to get there at some point. Now the cart should be powered. But what we need now is we need a stopper. So that end and that end. Where's my cart? Alright, I need to go ahead and... Oh, are you not... Oh, you need to be above, don't you? There you go. Alright, so let's go ahead and put our cart right here, and it should stop at the other end. There we go. Now we need to figure out... Now we need to figure out the planting and everything like that. So what we need is sand. So what we're going to have is... I think I need to put another stone here so I can put down the sand. And it doesn't look like it, but the rail does actually cover an entire block. So the sand will sit right above it. Now, I think the reason I need sand, I didn't really test this out. I probably should have. Actually, I don't think we need you. We just need 8. Now, I didn't, yeah, it did. Now, I didn't test this out, but apparently you need to use sand because we're going to be putting a plant on top of the sand, or that's where we're going to be planting it. And in order for it to fall through this block to the hopper, items can only be picked up by a hopper through, I guess, a sand block. Now, I don't know if any other blocks work the same way. It's something I'm going to have to test, but it's probably going to take me quite some time to test that out. So, as far as I know right now, sand allows you to do that. So, that's what we're going to use right now. So the next thing we need to do is we're going to need the water. So we're going to go ahead and let's do it with stone. We're going to need a place for the water so that way we can plant the sugar cane. So this should give us our little stream. Now, after I put the water in, I need to be very, very careful. And I need to make sure I do this correctly because I cannot get rid of this sand right here. Or no, I can't get rid of the rails because then the sand will fall and it will allow the water to pass through, which will actually English. At some point, I will get it. It will cause those rails to get destroyed. So the next thing we're going to need is the water. And we could just go ahead and put 1 in there because it should water this entire thing. So where's my sugarcane? There you are. So now that we have the water, we can go ahead and put down the sugarcane. There we go. Now we need to set up the rest of the system. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a piston to break each one of these stalks when they get a certain height. I think sugarcane gets to like three blocks, I think. I don't think it grows any higher than that. And then we're also going to need observers. But what I need to do is I think I need to close that off right there. I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll get this figured out. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is let me go and grab the sand. I'm just going to use the sand to get my ass up there. I guess I could build stairs, but this should work just fine. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need is I don't want to break these stalks right here. I want to leave those there so that way the sugar cane will continue to grow. So we're just going to put down stone for the first level. So what I need is the sugar cane to break at the second level. So we're going to go ahead and put, oh, this might be difficult. We need to put the pistons on the next level. I need to slow my ass down so I don't screw this up. So then we also need to make sure that the pistons are facing towards, I don't need you, do I? To get rid of that one. Alright, it fell on the other side. I'll grab it at some point. So we need the pistons all the way to here. Oh, I guess I need to grab that piston. I only had enough to do this. I thought I grabbed more, but apparently not. Alright, so now when these pistons... Oh no. I screwed that up already. I need the stone to actually be right over the water. Because we're too far away from the sugar cane. So let's go ahead and pick these pistons back up. Alright, and now this stone block. Alright, there we go. Now I can go ahead and place down the pistons. So yeah, I haven't tried this yet, so it is going to take me a minute to get everything figured out. But I think we should... Where's my other piston? Did I go too far? I did it again. Alright, there we go. Oh, I love being a noob. It's so much fun. Alright, there we go. Now we're good. Alright, so what I need now is I need my observers because I need to initiate the pistons. What's going to happen is when the sugarcane gets up to this block where the observers are, once the block in front of the observer is updated, when the sugarcane reaches that height, it's going to activate the piston and the pistons are going to break the sugarcane. So what we need is an observer all the way across. Now the reason I don't use just one observer is the sugarcane doesn't grow at an even rate. So at some point this sugarcane might actually get up to the observer and all these, some of these other ones will not be ready yet. So I can't just put down one observer, I have to put it all the way across. So the pistons will activate when the first sugarcane reaches the observer. So the next thing we're going to need is, I'm going to need to build another sand stair. There we go. So I can go ahead and get rid of these blocks because it was a mistake to actually build them. There we go. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to need is the observers are not actually connected to the pistons right now. So we're going to need redstone dust in order to connect them. But in order to do that, I need a ledge. Alright, there we go. Now I need to get my ass up here so I can put down the redstone dust. Alright, redstone dust. There you are. So now, if I'm right, this should actually connect Oh, god damn it. It should connect the observers to the pistons. The best way to test that out is to extend the sugarcane plant. And sure enough, it's working. All right, there's the first step. Working like a charm. But as you can see, some of the stuff actually landed down here on the ground. And what we want to do is we want it to land up there. So what I'm going to have to do for that is, do I have glass? Yes, I do. I'm going to go ahead and put glass all the way around up to in front of the observers. Alright, so now if I go ahead and grow sugarcane, it falls right into this little slot, which should be able to be picked up by the cart with the hopper. But there's a few things that I need to figure out first. One, you know what? I'm going to have to destroy this in order to do it. And we're also going to have to be careful because I don't want to destroy any of these tracks underneath the sand. Can I? I think what we do is if we go, let me grab my shovel. I need to put a hopper right underneath that track because that's where the cart is going to stop. And then I need another hopper underneath here, connected to a storage chest. I think. I don't know. One of those things we'll have to figure out as we go. Alright, so what we're going to need is some soil, because I took out too many blocks. There we go. Hopper, which I think, nope, I'm going to have to build another hopper. Just one. Alright, so first we're going to put down our chest, then we're going to need a hopper. I needed to actually make sure that I'm pointing at the chest so it is connected to it. So hold down shift and right click. So now I need another hopper connected to that one. Now the reason I'm doing that is if I just put a hopper right down here and I put the chest all the way over here to the left, this block right here, which we're going to need for stuff later, is going to prevent me from being able to open up the chest. So unfortunately I have no choice. I have to do it like that. So let's grab our power rail and put that one back. Oh no, shift. There we go. And let's also go ahead and put down, oh, I gotta build it. Where's my hopper? There it is. And put down the cart. I think I have to put it at the end. Not sure. We'll just go ahead and do it just to make sure. Alright, now comes the difficult part. The one I'm not too sure about. So what I need is, as we saw earlier, we need a redstone repeater in order to power this block right here, the track. So where's my repeater? There it is. So it needs to go that way. And then we need the ticks as well. So if you look, you can barely see it, but it is there. There is an arrow which actually tells you which direction that redstone repeater will actually travel. And that is not the only block that does that. What I saw before is, let's go ahead and put down some sand so I can make some stairs and show you this, is the observers also have those arrows as well. Now this one I did have to look up on a video because I was trying to figure out how to get the redstone down to that repeater, and I found out that these arrows actually tell you they act as conveyors, so you can actually move redstone connections straight down to, I need to get rid of this. Actually, we'll put it out. No, I think I have that card out too far. I need to bring it back in, but it's alright. We'll go ahead and leave it for right now. If I go ahead and grab my stone blocks, what we could do is, now we can move the redstone down these blocks right here, but what I want is if I do that like stairs, it would extend this thing out to like right here. And that's not what I want. What I want is, I think I used up all my observers. I'm gonna need 2 more. I love it. All right, let me go ahead and make some observers real quick. All right, so it looks like that sugar cane, yep, it's just now growing. It's about to hit the observer pretty soon, so we should get our first stock coming out here in a second. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that I'm actually pointed the right direction. I think what we got to do is kind of, I think like that. Yeah, because now the arrow is pointing down and that will extend it. So that will be 2. Now the way apparently this works is this will extend to this block right here, which we can fill up with a redstone dust. So let me put that down. And since the redstone is actually connected to this block, the redstone will pass through this block to the repeater. I almost forgot the damn name. And I think that's how that works. But what we need to do is we need to extend... Ah, damn it. Get up there. We need to extend the redstone to... There. Okay, why? I don't know why I did that. Something must have been on. I have no idea what though. But it seems to work. So what's going to happen is when these observers are initiated, it will actually bring the redstone to those observers, which will come down to this redstone, which should come to the repeater, which will activate the track, the mining cart thing. And oh, did it actually? No, it didn't. So I guess I could wait for it to grow, or I could just do it myself. Let's go ahead and grab the sun, or sand. We'll go ahead and do that real quick. So I think that should work now. I think we're done. But of course, I'm going to have to test it out. All right, so let's grab sugar cane. So it broke the sugar cane and then it moved the cart. The cart should be empty. It is. Hopper is empty. That hopper is empty. Storage should have... There it goes. There's 4. Let's go ahead and try it again to make sure that it wasn't a fluke. And that it is actually working the way it's supposed to. I need stairs. And I need to sleep because it's starting to get dark. And I don't want zombies coming out. Oh, and I need to eat as well. Daylight. Alright, now that we got that, let's go ahead and give this another shot. So, in the storage, or in the chest, there are 4 sugarcane. So when I do this again, there should now be 6. Is it? Yeah, it should be 6 after I place this. So there goes the cart, and I think it's working like it's supposed to. Okay, maybe only... What? Is there another sugarcane up here somewhere? It should have been another 2. Alright, there's a sugarcane somewhere. Alright, maybe not. Alright, let's grab those 5 sugarcane. Let's try this again. So there is no sugarcane in the chest, so when I do this, there should now be 2. Oh, you know why? Because I grabbed one of the sugarcane. It was going in my inventory. I was too close. Alright, so now there should be 3 sugarcane. No, 4, because I didn't grab one. Alright. But it's working, so... Yeah, the sand does actually work. It allows the stuff to go through the sand to the hopper. I need to test it out and see if any of the other resources actually do that. But yeah, there's our system, and it works pretty well. Now what I can do is I could actually extend this. I could build more. I could build another one facing this direction up against that glass. And I could also build it back here as well, connected to the redstone that's on that ledge. But what I'm going to do is this thing is kind of high, so I'm going to actually sink this down into the ground. And I just need to figure out how many of these I actually want to build. I'll probably build it somewhere in that back corner. You know, I probably should put it inside of a building, kind of a facility. So that might be what I'll have to do is build a building and then put this inside of it. But yeah, it works. I mean, it's not too difficult to build. It just took me a little bit of time to research everything and to figure out how everything worked. But yeah, not half bad. But anyways, next episode, what we're going to go ahead and do is I should be able to get a lot of these. Sugarcane. We should get a lot of sugarcane so I can go ahead and start doing some enchanting. What we're really going to need is we're going to need an XP farm. But I need to find an observer, so I don't know if we'll be able to do an XP farm in the next episode. I'll have to wait until I find a spawner. Not an observer, my bad. I need to find a mob spawner. I don't know what would be better. I guess something in the nether. I think that's what I'll do. I don't even know if there are spawners in the nether, to be honest with you. I would think there would be. But yeah, I'll go ahead and look for a spawner. Hopefully next episode we could go ahead and get an XP farm. So that way we could go ahead and get a ton of books crafted up. Because we're probably going to need them. We're also going to need a lot of XP. And we can go ahead and try to get some really good enchants. And then we'll test stuff out and see how the enchanting works with... with the anvil. See how we can actually put all those together. How many can we actually stack enchants? How many enchants can we actually stack? And yeah, it should be an interesting video. But we'll worry about that in the next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.